Hello and welcome to the Handmade Bells demonstration. Today we're going to look at this flower, and I did bring one fresh one. I might go and get it from the path that I take to go to the supermarket to show you one in the fresh one. But we're not going to be making any specific bell or bluebell. We're going to have a look at the range of different bells and bell-shaped flowers, because it's not only about bluebells, although they are in season right now in England at least, but many other flowers have this kind of shape. I have a cactus in flower right now, and that has very, very similar bell-shaped flowers, the ones that are looking like our number 2. So we're going to be looking at 3 different templates and 3 different ways of making them. It's up to you which ones you will prefer more. I probably have my preferences and the ones that I use a lot. Others I use rarely at all, but I wanted to give you different options so you also have them, and then you can decide what and when to make. Let me just grab that fresh bluebell just to show you, where I took my inspiration or some of it from, and then we can have a look at what I made, and so and obviously then how we can make something similar. Okay, so here is what we call bluebells. There are slightly different variations. Apparently, some are English and there are some Spanish ones. They do look pretty similar. I'm not sure which this one is, but this one has 6 separate petals with stamens. So you can see, and it's kind of more purpley than blue, actually, than it looks on the screen. I also grabbed the cactus that I was talking about. So these are the bells that the cactus has, which is, as I said, very similar to the number 2 style we're going to look at today. So apart from this, there are also other flowers that look similar. Sometimes it can be a stylization, especially in okay, well, maybe, yes, I need to look. I think there probably is minor detail, like couple, stamens or however they're positioned on the stem or something. It's a little detail. So you can use these flowers in stylized or more realistic form. Also, I try to avoid the word bluebell because they can be in different colors, really, and even bluebells themselves can be found in white and light pink, and obviously this bluey purple color. Russian word bluebell does not have the bit blue in it, so it's like a bell, we call it. So bluebell kind of suggests it should be blue, but I think it can be anything, especially if you are doing some stylization. Certainly blue, pink, white, at the very least, is what you can do, and nobody could stop you doing them in other colors. So I've filmed actually the shaping because I thought it might be a bit too small, and usually the Zoom videos are not super focused and in good quality. So I filmed the videos on shaping, so we are going to watch them as we are talking about the different styles. Shaping is not complicated, but obviously there is some of it. Leaves are very simple. I don't know if I'm going to show them today, but we've done different leaves like this. I don't even really have a particular template. I just cut 2-3 centimeter wide piece of fabric on the bias bucket, normally perhaps with the same fabric or with a lightweight fabric, and then you can shape. Normally they have minimal shaping in nature, if any. You can do like veining and shape the tip a bit. You'll see some in my designs here. Some designs do not have leaves. I had a big headpiece. It's sold. I can't show it, but you probably have seen in the pictures. It had a lot of bluebells in leather quite large ones, and the veilings, it's like a headband, that also didn't have any leaves, but obviously you can do leaves as well to add to your bluebells. Also, I did this fun one, which has a little bulb. We haven't done bulbs before. If you want to try a bulb, let me know, and I will record a separate little story on how to do bulb with roots. So that can be an interesting addition, kind of making a bit more botanical. And it's quite popular with Asian artists, Koreans and the Japanese, so they often do something like this. This is also a brooch, so you can make it perhaps in a frame, even like a display, maybe several different bulbs, because lots of spring, bright spring flowers have bulbs, tulips and other ones. So, you know, we have a number of flowers we've already made, which have bulbs, daffodils, you know, all sorts, snowdrops. So this bulb thing can be useful with other flowers too, not just bluebells. Also, you can try some fun pieces like this kind of either a bow tie, or it can be just a brooch as well. And it does have like stylized leaves as well as flowers. So this is, in my opinion, perhaps the most complicated one because it has individual petals. This is perhaps second complicated, and the easiest is this one, which I do use quite a bit. And I made them in denim, in velvet and satin. You've seen perhaps recently a headpiece with some satin bluebells and leaves on the side. So lots of different applications. You can try, obviously, as I said, different materials, anything from very light, maybe even organza if you want, to heavy denim and velvets, and then they can be used in winter or for winter styles as well because of the heavier fabrics. So let's probably move on to the video. We'll have a look at the shaping of the first style, and then we can see how we can assemble them. So we'll do it like in parts. Leaves, calyxes will be the same for all the styles. Some styles you don't even really need to use calyx. Bluebells themselves do not have calyxes, but some other bell type flowers do have. And occasionally it's nice to have a calyx if you have to make the flower look tidy. And you need something, you know, to put on top if there is some area that does not look very neat. That probably is more for styles 2 and 3. The first one will be nicely finished on top, so that doesn't have any issues with that. So let me just share my screen. Let's try.